Hi everyone and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul and today, once again, we have JJ from ASUS in the studio. JJ, thanks for coming by today.
As always, thank you for having me.
And thanks for bringing all this hardware. We missed JJ with the 660 Ti launch, but they did come out with a fantastic card in the 600 series, the 660 Ti Direct CU2, which used a lot of the same design, a lot of the same material from the 670.
Definitely.
Also, a lot of the same design and material from the 680. So it's a fantastic card. It's a lot more affordable than those higher-end cards for those of you out there who are building a little bit more of a budget. Now that I've said that, we're going to go ahead and use 3 of them and throw that whole budget thing out the window. So JJ brought along 3 so we could do a 3-way SLI test. So we're just going to do a quick test today, give you guys a little bit of idea of the performance that's available from these cards. Did I miss anything?
No, I think we're going to go ahead and right now run this initial card. It's not the OC or the top variant, so we're running essentially everything at stock clocks. I think afterwards we'll go ahead and maybe take a look at overclock performance too.
All right, and we are testing AVP. So here we're actually looking at both tests side by side. So on the right side there, as you can see, we ran the single card. We got an average frames per second of 77.4, and then of course the 3-way SLI results 211.3. So if you do the easy way, 7 times 3 is 21, and there's where you get your just, looks like over 90% scaling, but I have a hard time doing math in my head. Max temperature we saw was 63 degrees Celsius, which is quite good. Again, so aftermarket coolers, ASUS designed for these cards. JJ wanted us to point out we are running an open air cooler right now, so that does provide a lot of extra airflow to the cards, but still staying...
That actually is one consideration, but actually in some situations, open test bed multi-GPU configurations can actually perform worse than inside of a chassis due to actually minimized airflow that's passing through the center of the card assemblies, especially for the heatsink and the fin assemblies. There's also an important point to consider that in the monitoring of the temperatures, that the primary card is actually always going to have the highest level of workload. So it actually will be running at the highest temperature level, and it could actually have a considerable delta versus the third card in there. So usually under 3-way configurations, while we have a built-in automatic fan ramp profile that will automatically compensate rotation, I usually recommend that if you're going with a 3-way configuration, you might want to consider manually setting actually a fan curve specific to your chassis environment that might give you the best kind of ramped to cooling performance as well as acoustic pattern. But you also just want to make sure that when you're looking at the temperature information, the best way to go about it is jump into gameplay, measure it for about an hour or so, and then take a look at the temperature across each 3 cards and see as how you might need to adjust those temperature performances. But as you definitely noted, with our high quality performance non-reference heatsink design, we're definitely going to be able to keep it cool, and we're going to be able to maintain a higher than normal GPU boost clock. But definitely the results you see are going to vary quite to a large degree depending on the chassis.
All right. Next up, we're going to go and use the GPU Tweak software that's available as part of the... This is part of the AI suite, or is this a separate software?
GPU Tweak is actually a fully available application that works on any one of our graphics cards, both AMD and NVIDIA cards, as well as even competitors' products. But of course, when used with our cards, we have more extensive functionality and capability. So we're just going to go ahead and make some quick adjustments to the core clock speed, to maybe the boost clock, and maybe to the memory. And from there, go ahead and take a rerun at AVP and see what we get.
All right. Now, as far as power target, should I increase that at all, would you recommend?
Yeah, let's go ahead and actually set it to, that's fine.
120.
Yeah, we'll go to 120. Let's go ahead and set the memory at maybe 6600.
6600 sounds reasonable.
You can go ahead and actually use the ability to manually enter the values.
As you can see, I use this software frequently.
And then from there, let's go ahead and set the actual GPU boost clock to 1125.
1125. Dialed in.
Okay, and we'll go ahead and hit apply.
Apply. It's going to go ahead and on the fly apply those values.
Okay, and if you go ahead and just hover over the GTX information header at the very top.
Up here?
Yeah, we just want to make sure that all cards are synced, so that indicates to us that all cards have received the same exact value, so we already know that. I've already gone ahead and selected that, so we're okay. So all cards are going to be clocked in at 1125 for the boost clock. We're going to go ahead and have actually a little bit higher ramping clocking due to our thermal design as well as the increased power target envelope, and of course we're going to get an uptick there in the terms of the memory clock as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the performance.
Okay, go ahead and rerunning AVP. So here's our max frequency for the GPU. Got up to 12,215 megahertz. There's the memory clock, was up at 6608. Now we're just going to jump back here and check out our result that we just ran. And performance jumped from 211 up to 229.1. So there is our proof of concept. With the overclock, it gave us a nice...
a very healthy increase in performance. That's a pretty sizable, actually, increase, especially considering that with the GeForce GTX architecture, you already got a high degree of efficiency. But definitely one of the areas to consider is that slightly reduced memory bus. Of course, that 120 memory bus, you know, it's a little bit restricted in terms of that frequency and total bandwidth that it offers. So ramping it up to that 6600 clock is definitely helping us out here.
Excellent. And just in case you guys are wondering, because we didn't really talk about hardware yet, but we're running all of this on just a 750 watt power supply, so testament to the efficiency of the 600 series architecture as well as the implementation by ASUS. For our system drive, we have a couple Corsair Force GT SSDs. JJ set them up in RAID 0.
Correct.
We've got the Maximus 5 Extreme motherboard, which is their new motherboard for the ROG series with the Z77 chipset. That's designed for multi-card configurations as well as high-level overclocking. We have the Corsair Dominator series memory. This is the new series of memory. It's pretty cool. Has LEDs built in.
Yeah,
this is
Platinum series.
Platinum series.
Hand binned, really pretty much the cream of the crop when it comes to high-performance overclock, performance-oriented memory.
And this is 2600 or 2666?
2666, 4x4 DIMM, so 16 gigabyte kit, pretty much the cherry stuff right here in terms of what we're talking about.
And we are running that at its rated speed with a 3570K processor. So
you got it, boss.
Really, really nice performance on the memory controller and that processor. And then, of course, our three GTX 660 Ti DirectCU video cards from ASUS. So there you have it. Performance SLI increase you can get by combining multiple cards together. And hopefully, if you are going to do a build similar to this, you should put it in a really nice chassis because, well, this was a quick assembly for us here to give you guys a demonstration. But oh, there you have it. I'd like to say a big thank you to JJ for stopping by. Anything else about the 660 Ti we should point out to folks?
No, it's a fantastic card. It's well designed, really efficient, and especially with our non-reference design implementations, we're definitely giving you the best performance that you can get out of a 660 Ti.
Excellent. For you guys at home, if you'd like to see more tech videos, you can check out our Newegg YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Newegg. JJ also has been posting videos on their ASUS ROG channel. That's youtube.com/ASUS ROG. He does a lot of benchmarking and other demonstrations of the ASUS hardware that they have there. Thanks a lot for watching today's video, everyone, and we hope to see you back here at Newegg TV. Have a good one. See you next time.